Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Pup. We're back for another video of the PPL. This week is week 7. We're taking on Amber, who's a person we played a couple times in the recent past, most recently beating them in the ICP finals, which was a huge game. Right now they're 3-3 and I am 5-1, so I'm pretty much locked up, and Amber needs a little bit more work to get back into the playoffs here. I think they're like in as of right now, but depending on what happens, it's all a really close race in those slots, so they really need to win here. I don't need it as much, but I'd love to win as many games as possible, because I think technically if I lose out, I can still be out of the playoffs. It's not very likely, for one, that I lose out, and for two, that I would lose out bad enough to not make the playoffs, but it can technically happen. So I'm not going to have any of my crazy graphics or anything this week because I already did a team builder, and then I got into the game and realized that I prepped for a team without transactions. So Amber made some transactions, which I didn't know about going into the game, which was a little bit unfortunate. It's just like the fact that I started prepping a couple of days before they updated the doc. I didn't see that they were, transactions. I should have checked. I should have made sure, but it's kind of on me. But it is what it is. Only a couple of small things to the team that hopefully won't be too terrible for me. But they have a scare team. I'll go over the stuff. Great Tusk, Zapdos, Terra King Gamut, Latias, Terra Superior, Volcarona, Basculegion, Florges, Ursaring, Monkey Dory, Orthworm, and Terra Larvitar. Originally, that Monkey Dory, Orthworm, it was like a Revavroom. There was a female Basculegion, not the male Basculegion. So really just some like low tier stuff. So hopefully it shouldn't be that big of a deal, is kind of what my idea was going into the early stages of this game. But I'm most scared of like Terra King Gamut and Terra Superior. Terra Superior should always be Terra Fire. Terra King Gamut should probably be like Fairy or something into my team. That's also their kill leader, so I know it's going to be really scary into my squad, and I don't have like a crazy amount of things that can deal with it. But I'm bringing a pretty fun team. Let me bring it up really quick just so I can talk a little bit about it for you guys. Let me pull it up because I don't have it up right here. Okay, perfect. We have like a protective pad Zarude, which is just pretty offensive with like rock slides. So I hit the Volcarona and the Zapdos, and I don't get flame bodied or staticked. Knock off rock slide, power up U-turn. There's a choice banded Cinderace with Blaze, just so we don't like click U-turn on Volcarona and get flame bodied. But we have Pyro Ball, U-turn, Sucker Punch, and Will-O-Wisp, mostly for the King Gambit there. We have Focus Sash, Lead Azelf again, Stealth Rock's Taunt Psychic knockoff, just like pretty standard, typical stuff. We have Terra Ghost, Como-O, with Terra Blast, Rock Slide, Taunt, Bulk Up, just like pretty specially defensive. Can definitely win with some bulking up, but Terra Ghost, like I said, is not like amazing into King Gambit, but it's pretty solid into the rest of their team, just like to be able to spam Terra Blast. We have an AV Thunderous, which kind of beats the Zapdos, Grass Knot, Sludge Wave, Volt Switch, and Smackdown, which hits the Zapdos and the Volcarona pretty hard still, and make sure that the Volcarona can't quiver on me. And we have Booster Energy, Terra Rock, Iron Treads with Earthquake, Rapid Spin, Rock Slide, Heavy Slam. Basically just Terra Rock to be able to beat the Zapdos with Rock Slide here. But it's nice to make sure that I'm faster than even like their Scarfers or anything in that late game. That's gonna be the team. Just a little quick team builder for us here, since I recorded already like a 20-minute builder and had all this stuff, and it was all the wrong stupid team. But it is what it is. Hopefully we'll be able to take a win here. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and sub, and I'll see you in the battle. What is good, everyone? We are connected here to Amber, and I did not think that there was a Monkey Dory on this team. What? Maybe there were some changes that I did not know about here. Is there a monkey? There is a Monkey Dory now on the dock. This thing was just updated the other day. Well, this is fine. Because it's just really taking the spot of that Revavroom, which I expected. Yeah, I guess this is fine. We'll have to deal with it. It's a little bit annoying for the speed tiers though. Monkey Dory is like 106, so it is very annoying for sure. I think the idea is still to lead with Azelf. If they lead with the King Gamut, it can be bad though. Man, they bring the Basket Legion, which is not what I expected. No Volcarona is really nice. What's the play here? Honestly, it could just be Cinderace, right? It could be Cinderace. They're Terra Fire on Superior Terra Dragon on their King Gambit. I'm Rock on my Rock on my Treads and Ghost Como. Ghost Como is really good. We're just gonna lead with the Azelf here. I think this is fine. I'm Focus Sash, get up my Stealth Rocks. Yeah, definitely quite the team from their side here. Them having a Monkey Dory was very surprising for me. They lead with Basket Legion, which is okay. I can knock them off if they do end up being Scarfed in this game. Yeah. Yeah, I think I could do that. I think just knocking off here is the best play. If they flip turn, then that's fine as well. I just get a knock on like Gambit. They're not going to be Choice Scarfed. And I do 50%. They're Choice Banded. Youch, this flip turn. Yeah, that's probably just adaptability banned. If they go to Gambit, I'm probably just clicking Taunt versus them. Kowtow is fine if that's what they want to go for. Yeah, I mean, that knock did a decent bit. Okay. Yeah, okay. We should be fine here, I think. I think King Gambit just comes out. Sorry, I'm still trying to get over the not correct Pokemon. I did my whole team builder for the wrong Pokemon. But oh well. I guess we're just seeing the wrong team. But it really only affects that Monkey Dory in this game. They go to Great Tusk. Okay. This thing is very likely to be Choice Scarfed then. This is very weird. Like, why are you going Tusk? Because Psychic just decimates this thing. I'm going to click Psychic here if they want to switch out. If they want to be Choice Scarf, then we at least know all this information. I think it's likely that they're Choice Scarf here. As they do, just Ice Spinner. I think I live this. Ooh, we do not. That was definitely a roll, unless they're Adamant. Yeah, if they're Adamant, that always knocked me out just barely. Okay, so they're Scarfed into Ice Spinner. Honestly, I can pretty freely go out into my my Ace here, right? I feel like that just makes a lot of sense. Pyro Ball is super free versus them. Yeah, and since we know they're offensive, you know, should be fine here. Ice Spinner is going to do absolutely nothing. Pyro Ball should 2-hit KO everything on their team. Yeah, as long as we hit. They go Basket Legion. This thing dies. For sure. We do hit. This thing super dies. Oh, it lives, really? This is just a terrible start for me. I'm going to go out to Como. Because this is, you know, defensive enough to take on this Pokemon. I could also have gone Zarude here, but I like to keep Zarude around and more healthy. Oh, the Scarf Tusk is going to be such a threat to my team. We do have Treads that does outrun it. But yeah. And I mean, we got Thundurus as well that can switch in. And take it out with Grass Knot. So go to Como here. They do just click Aqua Jet. Beautiful. That's beautiful here. We're going to be leftovers. I definitely could double out on this turn. Could make a lot of sense here. They also hate this Terraghost Pokemon. I think getting the Terra off is really strong. But, you know, I could also double out to Torn ACL here. They're not going to stay in and attack this thing, are they? I don't think so. I really would like to bulk up here. It does seem very free, right? But I can just Terraghost Terra Blast as well. Rock Slide if Zapdos comes in is doing a decent little chunk. What's the play? I think I'm going to Rock Slide. Because Rock Slide knocks this Pokemon out. They're still thinking as well. So they go switch out Basculegion. I got no rocks in this game, unfortunately. This is Zapdos. So we get to see how defensive this guy is as long as we land this attack. If they're max defense, it's like an issue, but it's not horrible. I think they probably just click U-turn, or they might Roost on the next turn, which would be fine as well. Yeah, we do land. And it does a decent chunk. If they're max Phys Def, I'm expecting 24.5% to 29%. Let's see. 25, 30, 35-ish. I mean, this is not defensive. Right? They might be max HP. They might be somewhat offensive on this guy. I have to worry about that potentially with Hurricane. This Pokemon's way too important for me. So I gotta keep it around. I'm gonna go Thundurus here. It's just always the play. I think Roost makes a lot of sense from their part here. They do just Hurricane and they miss. Just fine with me. We'll super take that. I kind of want to Sludge Wave on this turn. I really do. Just because it really covers for everything. Gambit's not going to come in right now. And I feel like there's a decent likelihood that they just Roost. Yeah, I'm just going to Sludge Wave. If they go Superior as well, this just punishes that a ton. I don't think they would go Superior here, but it's a possibility. They do withdraw. They also might just sack off Basculegion. I don't think they go Tusk. Is this Serp? It's Monkey Dory. That's fine. Monkey Dory. They did not take anything. They took 10%. That's Assault Vest, I'm pretty sure. That's like Assault Vest with HP investment. Is what it's looking like to me. What are you going to do? Just like Focus Blast me here? I feel like that's what we're going to see. Or just like a Sludge Wave on this turn. I'm just going to Volt Switch here. I'll easily take anything. They're just going to U-turn out. It's fine. If they're going to want to go out to Tusk now, then that's totally possible. But I don't die to Ice Spinner. Maybe to Adamant Ice Spinner. Adamant Ice Spinner is definitely a role in my favor to live. With a little bit of HP investment on this Pokemon. So if they want to go out to it, I think I take those odds. I also just go hard out to Como. I do go out to the Great Tusk. There's, like, I could definitely take these odds here. At 274, this Ice Spinner is the roll. If I lose this roll, am I just going to lose the game? I don't lose it off on the bat like that, but it makes it really tough for me. And Grass Knot easily knocks this Pokemon out. This is the biggest threat to my team. I'm going to click Grass Knot here because you also might just overpredict. You also could double out here. You do double, so that's fine. Doubling is totally fine with me. Yep, gonna go back out to this guy. I'll just get that Grass Knot off. It's gonna do 0. I think I just make the same play of Volt Switching out. You are just gonna Sludge Wave here. You're gonna see that I am AV'd up. No Toxic is beautiful. Yeah. Okay, this is fine because now we get to go out to Cinderace for free. Monkey Dory. I mean, that thing easily dies. I guess I could also go out to like Como. I think it just makes the most sense to go out to Ace here. I could also U-turn on this turn. U-turn doesn't look like it's always knocking them out though. So we will just click Pyro Ball here. And I will claim one. I will definitely just claim one. Yeah, they're like definitely Assault Vested. Because if they weren't, then the Volt Switch alone would have done all that damage. If they want to go hard out to Great Tusk, this is okay. It's obviously not like the best for me. But they always have 50-50s now with Tusk, with what they're clicking. I think close combat might be the click, so I will. If they go Great Tusk here, I'm gonna go hard out to Como. But I'll get 1,000,000% off on the Tusk. Okay, beautiful. Please just hit. Give me a burn as well would be beautiful. Nice, we hit. Oh my goodness. Yes, let's go. Let's go. That's a huge burn. That is a huge burn, man. That is absolutely huge. And it's very unfortunate for them. I will say that it's definitely real tough for them. I'm going to go out to Como on this turn. Yeah, it just makes the most sense for me here. Since they're burn, they're only doing like 25, maybe 30%. Let me just, yeah. They do go for Headlong Rush. Yeah, they don't really do that much there. I can pretty freely go for an attack here. Just like a Terra Blast, I think is totally fine. I don't want to reveal all the moves on my set. I also think it's pretty free if I want to go hard out to Thunderous on this turn. That might be the safest option. Because what? They're not going to go Monkey Dory here. Honestly, King Gambit has like a decent likelihood of coming out on this turn. And if it's not, it's probably going to be Zapdos. Alright. I'm going to make this double. Okay, they are going to switch as well. Is it going to be Zapdos? It is going to be Zapdos. Okay. So I wish I went Cinderace there. But Thunderous here is going to be just fine for me. Zapdos. Yeah, I mean, this thing, they seem somewhat offensive. I'm just going to Volt Switch on this turn. Yeah, like, I have a, you know, they're not going to be clicking Hurricane on this turn. I think it could make a lot of sense to go Treads here, although I would love to keep that booster around. Like, I would just love to keep the booster around. I think I'm going to go out to Cinderace here. Because Choice Banded Cinderace absolutely just, like, does so much to them. Even if they Hurricane, I always live. They just Roost. Yep. That's what I expected. If they're max HP Zapdos here, I guaranteed knock them out. So we're going to Pyro Ball. And I'm just going to claim one. And I really wish I was able to get up rocks in this game. They're going to save this Pokemon. They just go out to Basket Legion, so I really hope I hit this. We do. So Cinderace picks up that KO here. I have a feeling Great Tusk probably just comes out. What else might want to come out? The Serperior, I guess, could. Serperior with Terrifier really does not want to take Pyro Ball still. After Leftovers, it's about a 50% chance to 2-hit KO them. If they're just like max offensive. If they're more defensive, then it gets worse, and they can also Glare me, which may be a reason to swap. I'm just worried about them just like spamming Leaf Storm versus my team. So I have to fear it all. And the nice thing though, if they do Terra, then Treads just comes in afterwards and cleans that Pokemon up. It also will knock out the Great Tusk from this range. It deals decently with the Zapdos. It destroys the Monkey Dory. It's really just the King Gambit at that point. They can go King Gambit here though, and Terra Dragon. It is going to be King Gambit. Okay. Yeah, this thing's tearing in my face here. We do a decent bit. They're Supreme Overlorded once. How do I make sure I don't lose this game? How much damage do I need for Zarude to be able to knock off a knock out a Terra Dragon King Gambit? I need a decent amount of damage. But luckily, they don't one-shot me unless they're going to be like Low Kick. Low Kick at +2 does end up one-shotting me. I can U-turn around versus that Pokemon. I'm really thinking that Pyro Ball is my play here. They're obviously Terra Dragon, right? It's just obvious. Terra Dragon puts me in a worse position. I think I'm just gonna Pyro Ball here. We're gonna see them Terra Dragon. But I think getting this damage off is so important for me. This damage is so important. With one ally fainted, I'm pretty sure I always live anything from this guy anyways. We do land another Pyro Ball. Beautiful. They do low kick on this turn. Okay. And they do 101, their leftovers. Okay. They're not adamant. They are not adamant. They are jolly. They're at about 75%. Okay. Yeah, low kick makes a lot of sense. Honestly, like another Pyro Ball into them could be a nice play. All right, they could Swords Dance. Sucker Punch from this range never knocks out my Cinderace. And it will put me into Blaze. I'm going to Pyro Ball. I'm just going to hit again because we're the GOAT. They just Kowtow Cleave. I should live. No, we don't. Okay, that was a roll. I figured that it would be more likely to like Sucker Punch there. But we end up dying there, which is not the end of the world at all. I just get to go Zarude now. Very freely. And I get to just click Knock Off. If they want a low kick, that's fine. We lost our the top speed control. But I feel pretty solid. The only thing I'm worried about is that Superior. Yeah, I'm just going to knock off here. Alright, so let me think. Iron Treads into Superior, just a late game with no Terra. I'm doing like 50-ish% with Heavy Slam, which is nice, but my team is just very weakened versus that Pokemon. I do have my Thundurus that does take a hit even at like +2. +2 Leaf Storm I still eat, is the nice thing. And I'm sure Como through Terra Ghost. Yeah, I think that also lives. They're going to draw here. That's kind of surprising. If it's a Great Tusk, then that makes sense to sack that off. They go out to Zapdos. Yeah, this does not matter. I don't mind this because I'm Protective Pads. Knock off their Mirror Herb. That's cool. I figured they might want to be aggressive with it. But I'm just going to Rock Slide here. If they want to pivot out, that's fine. We're just going to take the KO with Rock Slide. So it's going to let them get their Monkey Dory in, which is the issue, right? Monkey Dory. We know that they're Assault Vest. From full, there's actually a very high chance that I live a Sludge Wave with this Pokemon. Do I need to live with this Pokemon to win? Oh, they go out to Superior. That's surprising. Okay. If your weakness policy, is this an issue if I U-turn on this Pokemon? I don't really think so. I don't really think it's that big of an issue. I got Sludge Wave in the back. I got all that stuff. Maybe it does just make more sense to knock you off, though. I'm going to knock off. I think this Pokemon's going to be Glare. I think they're going to be Sub. They Reflect. Okay, that's cool. That is cool. So you're going to be Screens. Oh, you're Citrus Berry. So you're not even a Light Clay. That's very interesting. I think now I just U-turn for sure. You're going to Leaf Storm, so you're going to get up to +2. You do absolutely nothing to me. But I'm going to go right out to Thundurus, because Thundurus with the Assault Vest always lives any attack from this guy. And I just click Sludge Wave, and I knock this Pokemon out. They want to go hard Monkey Dory, that's okay with me. Honestly, I could very well go for a different attack. I'm going to Sludge Wave, though. I'm going to Sludge Wave. I think Monkey Dory coming out here is quite likely. I definitely think that it's decently likely. They do withdraw. If this is Great Tusk, then this is fine. Yeah. This is okay. So I'm always living a hit from them still anyways. You can U-turn all you want. Alright. You U-turn, it's not a big deal. I guess I could, like, switch around. I could go Como. I don't know. I feel like I need to keep the Como healthy. I'm just going to Volt Switch. I need just a little bit more damage for Superior to die to Treads. But Treads should be able to live any one hit. Yeah, I'm just Volt Switching. You Focus Blast and you miss. That is annoying for you. For sure. Okay. What's the idea here? I think it's just Como. I think Como here is perfectly fine. We get a little bit of extra health. I can also like think about pivoting hard out to Treads here. So I'm gonna get that extra little bit of health. I'm really thinking about going hard Treads. All right. How many turns of screens do you have? One more turn of screen. That's fine. I think it's just Terra Blast then. Because this will knock out Great Tusk. It'll do enough damage to Superior where I beat them with Treads. It will do damage to King Gambit. And I can also just like Terra Blast them again. I'm just going to Terra Blast. They're just going to click Psychic, so they're going to do a decent chunk here. But I'm pretty Spadef. Yeah, we take that. We definitely take those. And we're going to knock out Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory gone is pretty nice. I'm feeling good about this now. I'm feeling good about this, but it's still a scary situation. Okay, what moves do we see on the stupid guy? The Gambit. We just saw Kowtow Cleave and Low Kick are the only two moves that I remember seeing. I'm pretty sure the play into King Gambit, they're going to have, what, like 3 allies fainted now? I'm pretty sure they're Jolly max speed. They're Terra Dragoned up. I don't know. I think I just Terra Blast them. I could also just taunt, though, because I don't want to lose to this Pokemon. And I can definitely lose to it. I'm going to taunt. I'm going to taunt here. Yep, you Sucker Punch. Okay, beautiful. Taunt. Taunt comes out here. Sucker Punch is like very, very obvious, right? I feel like we're probably seeing something like a Kowtow Cleave or a Low Kick. I think we're seeing a prediction. I definitely think that's what we're going to see. So I'm going to Terra Blast on this turn. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we get the mind games there. We get big-ish damage on this Pokemon. As they Kowtow Cleave, they're going to take out my Como. And I think I just go out to Zarude. I think it just goes Zarude. And I click Knock Off. And I get that big damage off. Low Kick with 3 allies fainted, I'm pretty sure doesn't knock me out. But Low Kick into Sucker would. Yeah, I'm just going to knock. This has a chance to knock them out here, depending. I'm pretty sure you're probably just like max speed and stuff, and max attack. I think this should be okay. I guess this could be scary if they decide to go Superior right now. Okay, they do stay in. I think that's best for me. As they take 1,000,000,000%. They're going to Low Kick me. This puts me into Sucker range. Are they going to sucker on this turn? I think my only throw is to, like, if they don't sucker. Or my only throw is if they don't sucker and I switch. So I'm just going to stay in and knock. They know it's, like, obvious. They do just sucker. They pick up the KO. Okay, now the play is for me to go treads. I think. Well, I think it has to be. They shake off the taunts. I'm pretty sure Thunderous dies here. Yeah, Thunderous dies to sucker. So I just go treads. Treads is bulky enough to take this attack. And we're booster in our speed. This definitely gets scary, though. Because it's definitely just Earthquake here. They're going to Sucker Punch. Get that damage. I think their Superior is going to be too bulky, and it's going to live and attack. Unfortunately. But I think... I don't know. I think I'll still be fine there. I think they should... What's the idea? What's the winning position here for them? They do withdraw. Okay, if this is Superior, and it gives me damage, they do sack the Great Tusk. Okay, I do think this is a solid idea from them. I do think this is a very solid idea. Now, if we see Superior come in, I think they can Leaf Storm me and then Sucker Punch. Sweeps. And Heavy Slam is just barely not knocking this Pokemon out. Okay, so knowing that their win is to Leaf Storm and to double Sucker Punch, I think it's always a swap out to Thunderous. Does Thunderous die to 2? 166? 2 Leaf Storms? Oh, it does. I die in 2? I mean, I guess that's offensive. They're not going to be offensive, are they? Oh, man. I think I have to keep this Pokemon alive. I think I'm going to lose to Gambit. They also might not be max speed. I'm going to go Thunderous here. I'm going to go Thunderous. I definitely can lose this on Leaf Storm here. They have to hit 2 Leaf Storms. I've hit all my Pyro Balls. How much does that do? It's like 50-ish with Leaf Storm. I don't know. You could be no special attack. If you're no special attack at +2, I always live Leaf Storm. I always live Dragon Pulse, and I knock you out with Sludge Wave here. Come on. Live, live, live. No, man. They crit me. The crit matters. I mean, the burn also mattered, but the crit actually just lost the game there. Oh, I'm pretty sure I always live that. I mean, I guess if I am faster here and I crit them, then I will just win. But yeah, they're just going to Leaf Storm. They're going to hit. And they knock me out there too. That's a very low likelihood as well. Yeah, GG's to Amber. That one sucks to lose on a crit there. That is definitely terrible. But like I said, they missed the Focus Blast into me. They missed the Hurricane into that Pokemon. It would have definitely factored into how I played this endgame. For sure. Because I kind of would have been forced to just attack with Treads with what was in front of me. And if I just had Ice Spinner here, I would have won the game every time, but I didn't. What should I have done? Should I have doubled out? I was thinking like on other guy. No, I think I played it right in that end game, but I wouldn't have let my Como go down. I would have just sacked off Thunderous. If Thunderous was a lot lower, I would have sacked that Pokemon off. I would have went out King Gambit, or would have went out to Great Tusk, and maybe that's what I should have done anyways, or go out to Iron Treads. But yeah, it sucks to lose on the crit there. The luck was definitely it evened out in the end for sure. But if they ended up hitting that Hurricane, hitting the Focus Blast, it would have definitely changed how I played that game. but I probably should have played it that way anyway. So it is what it is. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and sub, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.